Well, good morning and welcome back to the live stream here at the NCHBC Nationals. We're set for game 2, getting ready to tip off. This one, we've got girls 18U basketball, gold ball semifinal. We've got the number 1 seed, West Michigan Hornets. They're in the predominantly gray uniforms with the red and black numbers and trim. They're facing off against the FBCHA Eagles. It's Fort Bend Christian Homeschool Athletics. They're in the navy blue with the yellow trim and numbers. They are the number 5 seed. It's Joshua Jenkins here alongside CJ Pomeroy and Amy Curtis for our game 2 here at Drury University on day 2.
Another game with a lot of experience on the floor for the West Michigan Hornets. Back-to-back Final Four appearances. Just a fun team to watch.
And they get the first possession of the game as Ayers puts up the 3, nothing but net. Aubrey Ayers, all-region player for this Hornets team.
And on the assist there, Rodimer, who was the all-region MVP.
Blocked and taken away by Shea Vanderway.
Another all-region player.
They are a great basketball team, fun to watch. Lots of great players here for the Hornets. Nice find inside, can't convert on the bucket. Out of bounds, Eagles ball.
Had the pleasure of doing several games over the last few years for this West Michigan team. They are well coached, they execute well, they move the ball very, very well, and they defend well. FBCHA also a good team that CJ and I are really familiar with because they're from our area. I think we played against them about 4 times this year. I don't know about y'all.
Three-pointer no good. Rodimer comes up with the rebound. She takes it the other way. Good find on the fast break, then kicks it back out, but it's a traveling violation.
I think for Fort Bend in this game, it's going to be very important for Soraya and for Rebecca to really impact the game. A lot of weapons for West Michigan.
And it's an offensive foul.
That's Piper
on the
Francis.
Screen there.
Piper Francis commits the first foul.
Interesting note here for Fort Bend, 5 of the 7 girls. And again, Amy, as you mentioned, we've seen them many times this year, but also throughout their playing careers. 5 of the 7 girls for Fort Bend have played together, and they won the 2019 Gold Ball as 10U.
Oh, wow. If I'm not mistaken, their varsity either last year or maybe the year before was the D2 Gold Ball winner.
Rodimer's 3, nothing but net. 2 threes to start the game here for the Hornets.
She is a dynamic player. I've watched her make some incredible plays on this court over the last few years.
And fight for the ball, but the Hornets come up with it. Rodimer pushes ahead to Ayers. She lines it up for 3, rattles around and in. And a quick timeout there by the Eagles, trying to stop the bleeding here of this 3-point barrage.
That's what disciplined offense does. West Michigan knows what they want to do. They have very good shooters. They can also play inside, but they just work it, and they're 2 stars getting them off to a great start.
They push the ball very, very well in transition, which keeps the defense scrambling, and then they move it around and get a good open look. That's 3 threes already and a 9-0 start for West Michigan.
Yeah, I think that's a great timeout for Fort Bend. Just settle them down, try and make sure that everyone understands the defensive assignments and how the rotation needs to work as the ball moves.
Coach Taylor, very familiar with playing in tough games. They've had multiple close games this year with HSAA. It's a really tough team out of the Big South. They don't count them out. They have some weapons over there as well, but I think they've just got to adjust to this pace of play so far for West Michigan.
So we'll see right here what Fort Bend does. They probably need – it'd be nice to get an easy bucket just to get yourself on the board and try to find a little bit of rhythm.
Eva Bennett on the drive, puts up a little left-hander off the glass. Nice touch.
Nice drive there by Eva Bennett.
There's the first points for them. We'll see if that gets the offensive going as the Hornets turn the ball over. A little miscommunication.
Fort Bend has the ability to score in bunches. If I'm not mistaken, I think they, in their matchup yesterday, scored 67 points. They have 3-point threats. They move the ball well.
Soraya Webb with it. She's a great offensive threat. 2025 All-American. Back to Soraya. Fakes the three, drives, spins, kicks.
Nice move there. They like to drive and kick for threes.
But what a great job that West Michigan did down on that end. They sealed out the entire lane for that rebound.
It's a nice ball fake and drive there.
Fouls on Frankie Francis. Nearly got a nice clean block, but just too much flesh.
I think this is Kylie Quist at the line. I believe they have their last names on their jersey. That's helpful.
I always thought it was cool as a player to have your last name on the jersey. I never got that, but, you know, I think it's kind of cool.
It is kind of cool. Not cool if you have to switch jerseys around in the year. So, as you know, as a program director,
right.
It's not as cool if you're the one ordering the uniforms. Yeah.
And as
cool for us, though.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Nice move inside, just can't finish. It's a good look.
Yeah, Rebecca Taylor is definitely an inside threat. She has some great footwork.
Can't get that one to drop. Offensive rebound, though, and they kick it back out. Thought about the three. Steps in for a deep two. No good.
Nice ball fake there.
Going back the other way.
Quist likes to use that shot fake, we can tell already.
Mm-hmm. Eagles. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say West Michigan started in a bit of a frenzy and put Fort Bend on their heels, but they called that timeout, and they've been a little bit more controlled since then.
Webb, cross-court pass all the way to the corner, baseline drive. Back out. Ball goes out of bounds, so Hornets will get the ball back.
Her IQ, Soraya's IQ on the court, I've watched her for years. I've just always been impressed with how she sees the floor, how she knows what's going on. She's a true floor general on the court.
She is, and she's a dynamic scorer when she gets going. Probably been watching her since she was 10U, since we're all in the same district, yeah.
Good talking on defense for Fort Bend.
Rodimer gets her second three-pointer to go.
But sometimes the talking doesn't matter when you're as good a shooter as Rodimer and Ayers.
Nice attack by Bennett there again.
A little gymnastics on the floor.
And that's some pretty good agility for their big.
Ayers with another three, her third of the quarter. They are filling it up from downtown. 5 team threes.
In the last game, I know the Flame shoot 35% from three. I feel like we're close to 100 here. For
if they've missed, I think they may have only missed one.
Webb trying to work it in the paint. Little fadeaway off the glass, no good.
And you can just tell the defense right now for West Michigan is great. And so Fort Bend is
pull up. Nope.
She thought that was going down.
Fight for the rebound and a jump ball. So that will go to the Eagles on the possession.
Fort Bend just cannot get a clean look at the basket anywhere. Even the two-point shot that they made wasn't a clean look.
Yeah, and there's something to be said for how quickly West Michigan gets the ball down the court, how much court they make you guard in the half court, and how much energy that makes you use before you get to your offensive end.
Taken away by Ayers. She's going to go coast to coast. Makes the conversion there.
Almost a little disappointing that it wasn't a three.
Only worth two on the layup.
I'm sure West Michigan is just fine.
I'm not always a fan of transition theories, but I think in this West Michigan case, you let them make it.
Deep baseline two, no good. Hornets come up with the rebound.
And to your point, Amy, I think that's where this defense has really just caused so much pressure for Fort Bend. That shot came up way short, but Fort Bend just has to work so hard to even get a look.
Yes.
And a traveling violation before the move on the drive there. So Eagle possession now.
Then, when you get down early, the temptation is to try to take some risk and to score quickly, but you kind of have to pull your way back in slowly when you're playing a team as good as West Michigan. Move the ball around.
Frankie Francis with that 2-pointer off the glass for Fort Bend.
She is really good at getting to the rim.
And foul that time committed by Frankie Francis on the 3-point shooter. Or is it just two?
No, 2 fouls on.
Okay,
on,
yeah. So
there.
Aubrey Ayers shooting the 3. We'll get 3 free throws here.
That is definitely something we need to keep an eye on. Much like our last matchup, there's a contrast. West Michigan has a few more players on the bench. FBCHA's roster's a little bit slim. They have a couple players who I think are primarily JV playing up. So they need to stay out of foul trouble, I would think, to have a chance to come back in this game.
And she makes 3 the hard way. Under 2 to go in the first quarter. Soraya Webb swings it around.
Piper is a player that Fort Bend has to figure out how to get involved offensively.
Frankie Francis again off the glass, but not that time.
As I mentioned, she's really good at getting by people, getting paint touches, getting to the rim. She's got to be careful there. She's already got 2 fouls in the first quarter.
And she's guarding the leading scorer in the game right now, which shows how much trust her coach has in her, right?
Rodimer takes the deep 3, gets the friendly bounce. Her third.
I've been saying this for a couple years. I'm a Rodimer fan. Like she just plays the game the right way.
Amy, you remember when the shoot away came out several years ago, like the machine, and it was a big deal, and you got to have a shoot away, get all those shots up. It kept track of the count of your shots, and then it passes you the ball and you get all these shots up. I feel like West Michigan may have like a few of those at their practice.
One of those Dr. Dish machines. What makes them so tough is not just how well they shoot, it's how well they do a million little things.
Yep.
They rotate on defense. They are in the right place on offense. They play with pace.
Right now, just on that possession, you could see 3 different players were talking to their teammates on where to go and what to do.
Really
Aubrey Ayers gets the inbound pass for 2 points in the paint.
I have her for 16 points in this quarter.
Bennett on the drive, puts it up, gets it to go. Her second bucket.
She's been a bright spot on offense for the Eagles.
And another traveling violation. Just shuffled the feet before the dribble.
The Eagles just have not been able to get Soraya, Rebecca, or Piper going offensively, and that's been the struggle here for them.
Webb, as time expires, gets it to go. Nice shot at the buzzer. Much needed for the Eagles.
Really good clock management. A lot of players want to just come down and throw up a long 3 in that situation, and she got into the paint and got a good look.
So after 1 period of play, it's 26-8. We'll take a quick break and be right back as we start the second quarter.
Ouch! When it hurts, real time it. Ouch! When it hurts, real time it.
So the Hornets here will get the first possession of the second quarter. After a superb three-point shooting clinic they put on in that first quarter.
I think it's important to note here, FBCHA has played some really tough games this year. They're a good basketball team. West Michigan has just kind of come out on a tear here.
Ayers pressured by Webb, looking for help.
The Big South has many good girls basketball teams, and Fort Bend has played, I believe, almost all of them.
Yes, absolutely.
Jump ball on that rebound, so it'll be Eagles possession here.
So FBCHA, they're not surprised by the competition that they're playing. That just tells you how good West Michigan is right now. They're clicking at all levels at the moment in this game.
That three-pointer short.
Soraya
Maybert with the rebound.
helped getting that open look there for Bennett, who again has been a bright spot here for them on offense.
Oh, Soraya
still
takes away the ball. She's going to try and go coast-to-coast spin, and she's fouled. Will be on the floor.
And I think if Soraya is going to impact the game, she's going to have to do it. I mean, don't get me wrong. She's a good defensive and offensive player. But in this game, her defense is what's going to lead to her offense.
Just gets it in off some defensive pressure in the corner.
Good
working in
move.
the paint. Oh, back out. Francis with the three. No good. Offensive rebound. Nice job. Gets the putback. It's Rebecca Taylor, who averages 14 rebounds a game. She got the offensive one there.
They like to drive and kick. Again, they're a solid three-point shooting team.
Loose ball.
That's
Eagles come up with it, but a whistle here.
It's a couple hustle plays on defense in a row there for FBCHA,
Yep.
which is what you need to get yourself back in this game.
And they call the foul there on Shea Vanderway of the Hornets.
You know, talking about the competition in the Big South, FBCHA, those teams they play, all three of the top teams in the Big South have Division I level athletes on them, so they are used to some really, really tough.
Oh, that three-pointer off the bank for Frankie Francis.
Like I
She's
said, you
starting
don't
to
want to count them out.
heat up a little bit.
They are not surprised by what they're playing against right now. They just got hit in the mouth a little bit coming out of the game with the way that Rodimer and Ayers was shooting.
Mm-hmm.
This adjustment here in this second quarter, so far just a minute and a half into the quarter, has been good. Now can they keep it up and be consistent with it?
Yeah, they've had some hustle plays. They drew a couple quick fouls. You know, I think maybe part of what happened at the beginning here is West Michigan is very familiar with this court and this environment and this experience.
Got a clock issue here. I'm trying to get that sorted out. Caitlin Foster checks in for the Hornets. And here we go. Webb with it. Going to set up the offense.
Directing a little traffic.
Yep.
Instructing Frank on where to go there.
Now she needs help. Finds Francis. Kicks it to the corner. Trying to work it inside the paint. It's tipped away. It's going to stay on this side. The Eagles keep possession.
They traditionally execute pretty well on baseline inbound. So let's see what they have here. Really
Webb
good,
is the inbounder.
really good defense
Loose
there by
ball, and the
Michigan.
Hornets come up with it. They create the turnover there on the defensive pressure on the inbound play.
Webb was trying to throw it off of the defender's foot and out of bounds to get a new clock, but defender moved at the last minute and she ended up turning it over.
Foster in trouble. Eagles getting all kinds of pressure on the ball, and they create another turnover.
Did you see Ava?
Oh, now the other way. It's Ayers with the steal and out of bounds.
Ava blocked that girl out before she went for the ball just so she could secure the ball after getting the position.
She did. And that was a good play there by Bennett to make sure they didn't get that transition because they're pretty tough in transition.
Timeout called by the Hornets. 26-13 now.
Little 5-0 run for the Eagles to start the quarter.
I think they really needed that to prevent this from becoming a bigger lead this early in the game. West Michigan is just so tough. You know, when a team does one thing good, you know, you can scheme against that and try to stop it. But West Michigan is difficult because they do a lot of little things good, and it's hard to keep up with that. Yeah, hard to, you know, you adjust this, then they do this.
They maintain the space on offense, which forces your defense to have to play more of the court, which works you a little bit harder. And if you're Fort Bend, you know, you only have 2 players on the bench, so not a lot of depth there. So Coach Taylor has to use more timeouts to give her team breathers because West Michigan just runs a very disciplined offensive scheme.
One of the things I love about them is they play fast but not in a hurry. They're patient, but they play with such pace. They move the ball, they pass it, they get up the court quick.
Rodimer in the paint, nice shot.
What a touch.
For her
You can see why
11th
she was
point of the game.
all-region MVP player.
That corner 3 up and in for Piper Francis.
Getting her name in the stat sheet, and that's what the Eagles need is they need Piper to get involved offensively.
They have responded well in this second period, getting the offense going.
It's a good closeout by Soraya.
Yeah, their rotations have been really good.
Takes the 3 and knocks it down.
Yep, but they just keep moving the ball till you make a mistake.
Only the third Hornet to score, though. All the points have come from it. Rodimer and Ayers.
Webb, nice little lefty move there on the drive. Gets it in traffic.
Hornets continuing to rotate players in and out and keep up that pace.
Hope Medema checks in for West Michigan. As Rodimer sets up the offensive set here.
Soraya talking to her team, leading them on offense and defense here.
Ayers 3, no good.
Nice rebound there by Taylor.
Great rebound, kept it high, dribbled out to create a little bit of pressure release.
Francis scoop shot, she's fouled, so that's going to be on the shot. She'll shoot free throws here.
If I'm playing against West Michigan, I'm trying to get Ayers and Rodimer in foul trouble if at all possible.
Soraya doing a great job out there, just encouraging her teammate on that. She just talks to everybody on the court all the time.
She talks everybody off the court
yes,
all the time.
That's true, too.
Yes.
Good on the second. Checking in for the Hornets, Kylie Quist back in the game.
You can tell she's a kid that just loves the game.
Oh, yeah.
She's always at everybody else's games watching. And
she might be one of basketball's biggest fans.
Great job breaking the press. Oh, but it's then taken away by Francis.
Spoke a little too soon there.
Webb now pull up 3 from way downtown, but no good. Hornets come up with it.
Honestly, I can't argue with that shot right there. I mean, obviously as a coach, you want to run a little bit of offense, but when you have really good players, if you're feeling it, sometimes it's okay to just step in and shoot it.
Yeah, she's hit a ton of those.
Francis comes up with another rebound. She pushes ahead and wanted the foul, but none called. It's going to be out of bounds. Great defensive effort to get back in transition.
I think there was a little bit of contact on both sides there, and since it was Fort Bend ball, the referees decided to just let them maintain possession.
Sometimes refs will judge that as equal contact or incidental contact, leave it as a no call, let the players play.
Cross court to Webb. Thought about the 3. Tries to work it inside, but can't connect on the pass. Rodimer the other way.
The height of Kylie Quist really forced that bad pass.
Oh, and Webb is fighting to take the ball away. And a timeout will be granted here to the Hornets. So they will be able to maintain possession. 31-19.
CJ, you mentioned that Soraya needed to lead on defense, and she's had some really good hustle plays that led to possessions or almost led to possessions here. One thing with her, she plays so hard. You know, she's got to make sure she stays out of foul trouble, and that's such a balance when your team needs you to make a play. And I think right now she's doing a good job of balancing that.
And I love just now in the timeout, Coach Taylor took her aside, had a little one-on-one session with her. And sometimes you've got to do that when you play with so much passion on the court, right? You gotta make sure to have the passion, but then don't let the passion have you.
Great point. Great point.
So the Eagles have put together a very nice second quarter. After going down big after the first quarter, they are right back in this thing, and they are fighting hard here. They are the 5 seed, playing against that 1 seed. Making it a game here, 31-19. Still good chunk of time left here in the first half. Quiz set to inbound it here for the Hornets.
And again, Coach Rodimer continues to rest players here, rotate people in and out. Nationals is a long week, and, you know, it's a tournament, so sometimes how you manage those early games are important.
What a save by Rodimer there to somehow save it behind the back to a teammate, but they can't get any points out of it.
I wonder if Rodimer did any ballet or gymnastics when she was younger, because she really towed the line right there.
One of our top male players at CHSA, the reason he's so coordinated is because he did dance young. That was a popular thing for people about my age, and his parents are about my age, so they put him in, and he's pretty coordinated.
There's several pro athletes that I've heard that will do ballet or dance lessons, etc., just to work on their footwork.
Yep.
NFL running backs as Rodimer takes her 3 short.
You almost expect it to go in every time she shoots it.
Not a bad shot when she's putting it up.
But the Hornets have gone a little slow at the moment, or a little
pass
cold.
by Webb.
I think Ayers has been on the bench for a minute here, and they've had a couple good looks that didn't go in.
Quist works it inside to Maybert, and she's fouled.
Ava was everywhere she needed to be. Had she maintained her high hands, I don't think there would have been a foul there. But last minute, she came in looking for the steal.
It's so tempting for bigs to reach down.
Aubrey Ayers and Shea Vanderway check back in for West Michigan. Minute 23 left in the half.
And I mentioned it a minute ago, but Coach Rodimer continues to rotate out her all-region players, giving them consistent rest.
Oh, can't get the free throws, but an offensive rebound by Ayers. She immediately had just checked in.
We have, for the first time, Layla Barlow has checked in for FBCHA.
Nice rebound from Bennett down there for Fort Bend. Bennett with it. Works into the paint, but it's tipped away by Foster. Now she'll go the other way.
I think that was a good decision. The execution just wasn't quite there.
The foul and 1. The bucket counts for Aubrey Ayers. She'll get a chance for a 3-point play.
And really, I think it was just defensive tiredness right there for Fort Bend. They could not get out on the fast break to stop it. Ended up being a 3-on-1.
Finishes off that and 1 opportunity. 45 seconds left in the half. Webb with it. She gets into the paint. Nearly falling down, maintains her dribble, but a offensive foul is called.
It's the second, I believe. No, the first foul on her. She's getting a little instruction here from the referee. I think that was smart defense. Kind of pulled the rug out from underneath her there.
Could not see from our angle what it was that Soraya was called for there. Tough call though. End of the last minute of the period.
There's 37 seconds left in the quarter here.
Foster with it. Working it into Vanderway. Back out to Foster, swings it to the corner. Maybert's three, no good. Offensive rebound, Vanderway. Put back, yes.
Big possession right here.
And a quick extension of the lead here in the last minute of the half for Hornets. See if the Eagles can get a bucket before the half.
This quarter was all Eagles until about a minute and a half to go here in the second.
Yeah, just a couple back-to-back turnovers here with the offensive foul and then the errant pass. And down here, they played pretty good defense and got a three by somebody not named Ayers or Rodimer and the miss, but then gave up the offensive rebound.
Good find is Ayers down low, can't get the bucket, and that will be the halftime score, 36-19. Hornets on top. We'll be right back after the half.
Ouch!
When it hurts, real time it. When it hurts, real time it. When it hurts, real time it. When it hurts, real time it.
Well, we are back here from Drury University. Joshua Jenkins here alongside CJ Pomeroy and Amy Curtis. Getting ready for the second half here. Western Michigan Hornets versus the Fort Bend Eagles. Hornets on top after one half, 36-19. They are in the gray uniforms with a little black and red touch, and the Eagles wearing the navy blue with the yellow.
We have an administrative technical foul to start the second half. Not exactly sure what it might be. Could be a number.
Yeah, I'm thinking at this stage in the game, maybe wrong number, someone not in the book.
Soraya frustrated with herself on that missed free throw, an opportunity to capitalize with the clock not running.
Yeah, it's been difficult for them to get looks, so you definitely want to.
Tough to come out cold from the halftime and then have to shoot free throws all by yourself.
Soraya leaves everything on the court, and this second half has required Fort Bend to play, or the first half to play with everything. So they're going to have to really lock in and continue to give everything they got here to try and keep this game manageable to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, CJ, I don't know if you agree with this, but you gotta get it a little bit at a time, not all at once. So I'm probably talking to my team at halftime about let's try to cut it to 8 to 10. In this quarter if we can.
Rodimer after the pass, she gets it back for the wide open three-pointer, picking up right where she left off.
And West Michigan is like, yeah, but we're going to try and extend it to 30 by the fourth quarter.
Rodimer is committed to play at Cornerstone University. Had a chance to visit with her after Nationals last year. She's a kid that just loves the game, has loved it her whole life, coach's kid.
Rodimer to Ayers, back to the corner. Good ball movement from the Hornets. Trying to work it inside, nothing there. Won't force it. Ayers on the baseline, pulls it back out. Pass tipped, but they're able to maintain possession. Rodimer mid-range jumper, no.
She has such a great touch inside and outside. The ball just comes to rest on the rim, gives her team a chance to clean up any miss that she has.
Nice look inside for Rebecca Taylor.
As we mentioned, she has really good footwork, and when she gets the ball inside, she's a definite threat. It's just been tough to get the ball to her today. Rodimer is so under control. She plays with such rhythm, directing traffic. She stretches the floor by being a threat from deep, but she's really a point guard, making things happen here.
Ayers three, no good. Nice tip out for the offensive rebound. Ayers puts up another one. He gets that one to go. She had 16 points in that first quarter.
Rodimer and Ayers unofficially, by my
stolen
count,
away by Rodimer.
8 threes.
That sounds right.
Oh,
what
great
a pass.
look
Great
on the fast break.
pass. Man, that was exactly the right pass, perfectly placed. She just really gets great looks for her teammates. And then you also have Ayers, who really is the engine that drives their offense. She's a dynamic scorer. She can attack from anywhere. She creates for teammates. She's unselfish. I mean, it's just hard to stop them.
Caitlin Foster checking back in for the Hornets.
23 points is what I have for Ayers.
And if my notes here are correct, unofficially, she had no points in the second quarter, but that's primarily because she rested a lot in the second quarter. So
good give and go.
FBCHA has done a good job of figuring out ways to attack, but it's just not much stopping West Michigan. Should be noted that they've kind of run through the field in their district and region this year, I believe, as well.
Francis puts up the three, no good. Offensive rebound
Good hustle
by
there.
Piper Francis.
Hornets just making Fort Bend have to work for absolutely everything.
Frankie on the drive is fouled.
Good job there, driving and drawing the contact, which, as I mentioned earlier, she's really, really good at doing that. And generally, as I mentioned, CJ, you've seen this from Fort Bend for years. They like to drive and kick, but that has not been open due to the West Michigan defense.
Yeah, the defensive rotation for West Michigan, and a lot of that I think is spurred on by how they communicate defensively. They always have 2 or 3 players communicating on the defensive end.
Speaking of communicating, Rodimer was communicating there in a friendly manner with the referee. That's a good point guard knows. You want to have a good relationship with the referees.
Ayers with it. Working it inside. Oh, good cut by Ayers, and she gets a nice open layup.
Good offense.
And a good find by Vanderway.
And again, if somebody can do one thing, you take away the three from Ayers, you know, that's maybe not easy to stop, but easier, but she can also cut and score. And
now Ayers creating the turnover with that ball pressure.
Yeah, Rodimer is dynamic in transition.
West Michigan just absolutely everywhere on the defensive end.
Timeout called by the Hornets as Rodimer was in a bit of trouble there, trapped with a couple defenders on her. So look at the timeout and keep the ball.
You know, for 6.5 minutes in the second period, it was all Fort Bend.
It was.
And you thought that the game was going to turn, but then Ayers comes back from being on the bench, and the engine just gets on and going again. And, you know, it's not for lack of effort, but the depth is really playing a factor right now.
Definitely. They have players who know their roles. They're just a really good team. Sometimes at nationals or in any game, you'll see a team that has an all-region player that's good, and they're kind of what makes it go, and you can stop that player. But West Michigan, from 1 to 10, they come in, they know their role. They're really tough to stop. They also, they didn't panic when Fort Bend was doing that. Coach Rodimer didn't put all her starters back in, right, when they started making a run. And that's important for managing the week. Nationals is a long week. Fortunately, the games are spread out. You have one game a day, but West Michigan's a big organization. Probably half of these girls, if not more, have brothers who are playing. They're out late. They're watching them. We were all here last night for the three-point contest. So managing rest and kind of taking care of business and winning the games you're supposed to win easily helps you have a chance to do what they're trying to do, which is win the Undisputed National Championship.
And Frankie just about takes away a foul's called.
Yeah, that was, again, just trying to make a play because they need a play, but I think that's her third foul.
That foul on the Hornets.
West Michigan is playing with a purpose. Right, the last 2 years in a row, they have come up short, and they've come up short because of Lily Williams and HEA. And Lily Williams, she's not here this year. This is the opportunity for West Michigan to win another national championship for Michigan on the girls' side, and they're playing with that purpose.
And I think Coach Rodimer will tell you that playing against the HEA Firebirds and Lily and their excellent coaching with Coach Williams has made them a better team, and they made HEA better the last few years, and they competed with them really, really closely and really, really hard in regional matchups and nationals matchups. And so that just speaks to the quality of homeschool basketball.
Three-pointer by Bennett, no good. Rodimer comes up with the rebound. Foster with it. Rodimer steps into a transition three, no good. Offensive rebound.
Oh,
look at this
Rodimer
patience.
came up with a little bit of a limp there. Just a little tweak on the ankle. She's all right.
What discipline by Foster to not shoot that three. I mean, she was wide open.
Again, I mentioned a few minutes ago, knowing your role.
Great hustle to keep possession of the ball from Foster.
Coach Rodimer says she always brings hustle and heart and will just do whatever her team needs, and this possession has been an example of that.
Webb on Rodimer.
Great matchup right there, Webb and Rodimer.
Oh, what a pass there by Ayers.
Loose ball under the basket. It's going to stay on this side of the court. Michigan ball.
Credit the Eagles here for continuing to compete hard on every possession.
They're giving everything.
Yep. Great effort there by Reb.
And that is something that Coach Taylor has taught these girls. Every time they play, regardless of the outcome, this team will play hard for 32 minutes.
Yeah, that's a calling card of their girls program, and it has been for years.
Taken away by Frankie Francis. She's going to try and go all the way to the rack. Scoop shot. Gets it to go, and she's fouled.
She has really been a bright spot here with her ability to get to the rim and draw fouls. Her quickness. When I was talking about Foster a minute ago, I realized there's two of them. Hopefully I was talking about the right one. That's one of the things in homeschool sports. A lot of times you have siblings here.
One of the features of the tournament.
Yes.
Brothers and sisters, cousins, getting to play ball together. Frankie Francis, you mentioned her just tenacity and creating energy in transition play. She averages 8 steals, that's a high number of steals per game.
Yeah, I think I may have been talking about Addison Foster there, but it was Caitlin Foster who's on the court. I'm assuming Addison is the younger sister because I have a note here. Her primary team is JV, but Caitlin is a two-way player who impacts the game all over, moves the ball well, applies pressure on defense, and finds ways to contribute. So that applied, too, to what was going on there.
I think this is a rest timeout for Fort Bend. They're just playing with so much energy. They only have 2 timeouts remaining, so this is one of those places to use a timeout. You'll get through the rest of the third period, and then you'll have your 2 timeouts for the fourth period, which they will need if they're going to have any shot at winning this game. I don't want to say that Fort Bend is out of this game yet because of the effort that they're playing with, but West Michigan has just made life so difficult on the defensive end.
West Michigan is doing what is expected of the #1 overall seed. And one of the great parts of Nationals, CJ, is, if you lose this game, your week is not over. They're going to have a chance to go and compete and win in another bracket. And, you want, as a coach, to maintain your hard competition on every possession. You want to build some momentum. Even if you can't close this gap, you want to build some momentum for the next game.
Nice drive in the paint there from Rebecca Taylor, who draws the foul. And she'll get to shoot free throws here. I believe that one was on Hope Miedema. Excuse me.
And they're in right there, that miss by Rebecca. That's just tired legs. That's all that is.
Gets the second one. Eagles with a little full court pressure. Handled well by the Hornets. Almost, it is taken away by Frankie Francis.
And there is no quit in her game.
Nope.
I love how she impacts the game.
Good find as Rebecca Taylor was streaking toward the basket. She gets it to go.
Yeah, a little defense leading to offense there.
Fort Bend has no choice but to empty the tank here.
They do, and that's... I thought that was a really good defensive play, and then they didn't quite come up with it, and then just kind of...
Soraya Webb took a bit of a shot there to the jaw somewhere in that area. She's going to try and shake this one off. She does not want to come off the floor.
Oh, absolutely not.
No, ever.
And I should say Soraya's done a really good job. I mentioned the first half of balancing her aggressiveness, but making sure she doesn't get in foul trouble because she needs to stay on the court for her team. And that's the area of growth I know, CJ, we've probably seen in her game over the last year.
Quist gets the offensive rebound and the shot off the glass. 2 more for her. Webb's with it. Oh, thought about passing and tried to hold up at the last second.
Little miscommunication there.
Piper went for the cut, and
Rodimer's 3 from way downtown, no good.
oh, what the effort.
Fighting for the rebound. Webb comes up with it, and she's fouled.
Soraya was hoping for not a foul call there.
Yeah,
she saw the 2-on-1.
Yeah, I think she would have preferred that transition look.
But she's going to go to the free throw line now.
Okay, she'll take that too.
Still an opportunity for points here.
Points with the clock not running. But she is just gassed.
She is. And, you know, they're used to playing with the short roster, but there's a lot of travel to get here at a long schedule and just a really, really tough team that plays with such pace. It really makes it hard to overcome that.
Webb is going to take a quick breather after that free throw. Much needed for her. Lots of ball pressure. Hornets working it around. Ayers cross court. Oh, good find inside. It's Miedema. Her shot was no good. Offensive rebound, though. Rodimer thought about it. She'll swing it to Quist.
Man, they are just zipping this ball around.
Good pass by Maybert into Ayers. Nowhere to go, though. Back out to Quist. Wide open 3 at the top. Gets it to go.
You know, I would have thought Quist didn't want to take a 3 in this game because she likes to use that shot fake and she goes around. But but apparently it's not because she can't hit one.
So the basket is good. The foul will be on Aubrey Ayers.
Giving free throws to Fort Bend.
Yeah. Coach Rodimer mentioned that Quist really makes smart decisions with the ball to help her team. And that was a good example there. Early, she did not take the 3 in the first half, but that was really open, and she knocks down a big one.
It's Rebecca Taylor at the line for the Eagles.
Referee explaining to Coach Rodimer that Aubrey Ayers on the rebound, taking 2 hands and applied them to the back area of another player during that shot. So the basket counts, but there's also the foul at the same time.
30 seconds left in the third quarter. Rodimer slips, and it's going to be a traveling violation. Not much you can do about that one.
Yeah, she's smiling there. She knew she was guilty of that.
So now the Eagles will get another possession here in the quarter. Bennett with it on the right. Trying to work it inside to Taylor. It's blocked away. Hornets now get it back with 10 seconds. Ayers over to Rodimer. Quist drives, little mid-range floater. She's fouled.
There's the shot fake we expect when she catches. Quist with some size and versatility really contributing to their success overall.
Good on one. I believe that foul was on Eva Bennett. Hits a pair, just over a second left to get a shot off. If the Eagles want to do so, they're not going to be able to. And we'll take a quick break and be back here for the fourth quarter. Well, we are set here for the start of the fourth quarter. Western Michigan Hornets defending their #1 seeding thus far. 53-30 the score.
West Michigan with the sideline play. I think they were looking for the corner three, but it wasn't open.
It's like
A
a
little pressure.
1-2-2 kind of zone. Not quite sure if it's 3-2, but a lot of pressure.
Nearly saves it, but just stepped on the line as Rodimer, so they will turn the ball over. Eagles will get the possession.
You can tell the little bit of rest. Soraya's come out energetic here.
Yep.
Creating a little bit of chaos on defense. Yeah, look at that defensive stance there by Rodimer. This team can defend.
And I don't believe Rodimer has come off the floor one time in this game.
Oh yeah, she rested a bit. Yeah, just.
And she gets the offensive rebound and put back.
Yeah. Good job.
First
by
point of
Webb
the fourth
there.
quarter. Yeah, she came out for a few seconds there at the end of the third quarter, but other than that, it's not been much. Vanderway's shot no good.
You know, Vanderway has done a really good job defending Taylor in the paint. I don't think we've mentioned that. Coach Rodimer mentioned it, and I'm noticing she's really come into her own this year.
Yep.
She looks a lot more comfortable out there. She moves the ball well when she catches it, and she's defending and rebounding at a high rate.
Quist gets the corner three to go. That's her second three of the game. That one from the corner.
Quist has 2 threes. We've been talking about Rodimer and Ayers, but Quist has 2 threes.
Yep.
Mabert has a 3.
That one rolled off the foot of a Hornet, so it's going to stay Eagle ball.
And as good as Fort Bend has been, and as much as a coach should respect them, if I am West Michigan right now,
Good look
I
there.
really
Nice
want
pass
to
from
extend this lead.
Yes.
Taylor to Webb for 2. Webb gets a hand in the passing lane. Turnover created. Frankie Francis on the break gets the roll.
She's been really good in transition today.
Eagles are not slowing down. They are giving it all they've got here. And Vanderway is harassed in the paint.
Soraya wanted to jump, and I can understand that.
Hornets inbounding under their basket. Gets it into Quist. She drives in the paint. No good. Vanderway fighting for the offensive rebound, but it's out of bounds off of Vanderway.
That was a really nice move by Quist, but really good defense there by Taylor.
And Taylor took a shot to the stomach area on that rebound.
Webb works off the screen, then gets it to the roller.
Ooh,
Taylor, who
yep.
is fouled. And so Rebecca Taylor's going to shoot free throws. Foul was on Aubrey Ayers. I have that as her third, but I could be off here.
Yeah, just the shots have just been short for Fort Bend in this game.
It's just they've had to work so hard on to get a good look, and then so hard on defense. You just have to imagine their legs are tired.
Gets the nice roll for the second free throw as Rory Hayes checks in for Fort Bend.
I've been very impressed with how Fort Bend has competed possession to possession.
Ayers quickly brings it up court to Foster. Rodimer in the corner. She'll dribble back out. Ayers in the other corner, puts up the three, no good.
Good box out by Frankie.
Loose ball, Rodimer comes up with it.
Ayers had a really good showing last night in the three-point contest, came up just a little bit short.
Inside, nice left hand, gets the friendly bounce. Vanderway for 2.
What a left hand. I mean, that was such a nice move, strong, Great touch on the finish.
Nice move there by
Ooh,
Webb.
nice floater there coming across the lane is Webb. Her 6th point of the quarter.
As they move on in this tournament, if they're not able to come back in this game, the next coach to face them would do well not to overlook them, because this is a case of a good team being beaten by a better team.
Webb with the down court pass, but it's knocked away.
And Frankie is just fighting as hard as she can out there.
Yeah, she's frustrated because she knew she had a good look if she caught that, I think, and just kind of took a weird bounce.
Foster now drives and kicks to the wing. Rodimer in the corner puts up a 3, but the whistle is before the shot. She shuffled the feet. Traveling violation.
I thought
Rebecca
that might
Taylor.
have been good footwork, but I look. I don't want to question him. I think he's been doing a good job over there, but it looked like good footwork from my angle.
One
Taylor
thing I've
back in the game
noticed
for the Eagles.
with shooters in today's generation of basketball players, a lot of them tend to catch the ball and they do like kind of a very short hop.
Yes.
And it's hard to see from over here, so I don't know if that's what the officials saw, but sometimes those shooters, they take that short hop just to get their feet set.
Yeah, we kind of emphasize as we're practicing training, ball in the air, you in the air. Get those feet in the air so you can land as you catch.
Our coach, the great Tom Sanders from HCYA, when I was playing growing up, he always used to say, airtime is travel time. That's offense and defense.
Taylor in the paint, and now she's going to shuffle the feet.
You and I are from Houston, so we know the source of a lot of that traveling is people watching James Harden.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to imitate it.
That's right.
I once read an article that he spent 3 years perfecting the footwork to make it a not travel, and kids try to do it with significantly less practice time.
A little bit different refereeing in the different leagues as well.
That's true.
And as much as it's easy to not be a fan of the NBA game, the one thing I think all basketball people should understand is that those guys spend thousands of hours in the gym mastering their craft when it comes to footwork or ball handling. And even though officials may let travels go or they may let carries go, the fact of the matter is those guys are spending hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours developing their skill.
It's a lane violation on the shooter. So the second shot, no good, doesn't count anyway, but she made the first, is Hope Miedema. 59-39, 3:40 to go. Eagles seeing what they can do here, trying to get something going. Webb cross court.
Nice
Oh,
shot
wow.
there. Nice
Eva
shot
Bennett puts up the 3.
The referee called it a 2. Coming down.
She's really had a solid season, really improved her footwork. She knocks down threes. She attacks the basket, defends well.
Taylor comes up with the steal, passes ahead to Soraya. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. It's going to go out of bounds. We'll see who they call it out on. It will stay here. Eagle ball.
Love that no call from the official. Just let the players go.
We've definitely seen flashes of what a dynamic player Soraya Webb is.
Frankie on the drive. Puts up the shot off the glass, no good. She had a good look. She has been what has allowed Fort Bend to keep this game in that 20-point spread. There have been so many times that West Michigan has had the chance to open this up, and then all of a sudden Frankie Francis shows up.
Yep.
Now Webb comes up with the steal. Nice pass in transition to Frankie Francis for 2.
And this speaks to, this is a good team. That was a rare mistake by West Michigan on the pass, and immediately Fort Bend converted on the other end. They do a lot of their scoring in transition, and West Michigan has not given them the luxury of having those opportunities today.
an unselfish play from Soraya on that one. A lot of great players would just take that to the basket and finish themselves, but she was willing to give it up.
I think a lot of times, you know, I'll hear parents talking after games about we just didn't play good or we couldn't play our game. Sometimes the other team is just really good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Timeout here taken by the Hornets.
I like this timeout from Coach Rodimer because even though I don't see Fort Bend being able to come back in this game, I don't know if they have the firepower to score the buckets they need with just 2 minutes to go. But if you're Coach Rodimer, you also have to close this game out correctly because you've got a whole week to go, and you don't want how you close this game to play into how you start the next game.
Absolutely. And, you know, these are situations, you know, I've had games where I can see the refs or the opposing coach maybe looks annoyed on the other end when I call a timeout when I'm up by 20 or down by 20, but it's my job to coach, right?
Yep.
So these are situational things. Hey, here, we only want to take a layup. We want to make sure you catch in triple threat because they might start fouling. Remember, you have 5 seconds with the ball and then 5 seconds dribbling if they're, you know, and then 5 more when you pick it up. All those little things, these are great chances to coach and maybe to coach some of the kids who aren't always in the game in a pressure situation.
The Hornets will inbound here on the side. Lots of ball pressure here from Webb.
Great teams start well. Great teams finish well. Last 2 minutes of this game, I look for West Michigan to finish well.
And a foul will be called here. See who they put it on. There's a few bodies around the ball. I believe that one is on Rebecca Taylor. Tipped out of bounds. Another chance here for the Hornets. Checking in for Fort Bend is Leah Barlow. Giving Webb a little rest here. Ayers with it. Francis on her. Now she gives it off to Foster. Taylor guarding her close, and she's going to get whistled there.
And how important is to finish? Rodimer's coming back in the game.
Absolutely, yeah.
Coach Rodimer knows she's going to win this game. But she's putting the starting point guard back out there because she understands we have got to finish this the right way.
Foster on the drive.
Oh, nice drive and kick there by Foster.
Tries to get it into Miedema, but a couple defenders there knock it away. And now Maybert tips it away. It'll stay Eagle ball.
Coach Rodimer said Foster loves to have an assignment to be a lockdown defender. She likes to go into a game and know it's my job to stop this person. And you see her guarding Webb here. And Webb is definitely a tough guard.
Webb pull up three from deep, no good. Quickly the other way. Foster. Back out to Quist. Hornets going to try and move this ball around. Run out some time here.
And I'm always a fan of finishing a game hard, playing hard to the end. But, Amy, you've been saying it throughout the broadcast. This is a long week. I think sometimes as coaches we underestimate the importance of when you know what the outcome is, know when to say, hey, we need to just let this one go. Let's get to the next one.
Yeah.
Make sure no one gets hurt with the last minute of a game that, you're not going to be able to come back from.
Yeah. Preserve some energy, like pass the ball around.
And I know it's hard, I think, sometimes for players and even coaches, I think, to think, oh, well, we should always give 100% effort. But You've got to understand duration, recovery.
Well, next up, we've got more girls 18U basketball here from Drury University. It'll be Dallas HSAA versus the Fort Wayne Hawks. We'll have Scott Staten on the call with you, Jeremy Caldwell, myself. Congratulations to West Michigan Hornets, defending that #1 seed here. Final score 59-43. We'll be back for the next game in just a few.